Hello, this is the Real Analyst. I'll love to tip my hat to Kamo State for pushing out a movie as incredible as ILU, which literally translates to difficult times or hard kingdom. ILU is a movie of power struggle between the ruling houses of Kajola Kingdom. It also features the greed and nonchalant attitudes of chiefs. Without wasting much time, let's get down to business. ILU opens on a Yoruba fictional kingdom, Kajola. A kingdom that, despite its vast amount of natural resources and treasures, reek of poverty, desolation, neglects, greed, power struggle, and internal strifes. Neglected, the kingdom suffers from bad roads, electricity failure, and little access to proper water. It is like a secluded part of the world that the government chose to forget. Amidst all this, we were introduced to the four chiefs of the kingdom. The first was Atun, a greedy chief who revels in enjoyment and bribery. Then we were introduced to Osi, a somewhat diabolical chief who boasts of his own power. The ILU, an old promiscuous chief who literally sleeps with every male youth in the kingdom, and lastly, the Asipa, an upright chief who only seek progress in the proper light. When the movie began, we were immediately made to know that the kingdom of Kajola has been without a king for several years. The last attempt at picking the crown successor led to the brutal bloodshed between the nominees. The king who managed to ascend the throne died shortly after. Seeking the kingdom's stability, a king is needed, and two nominees were quick to emerge. One was Adwail, an arrogant teacher who believes he has all it takes to elevate the kingdom, and Adniran, a gangster prince who literally buys his way through with money and nuisancy. Each one of the nominee tried buying the chiefs with sweet talks, money, and even sexually, all but the Asipa, whose stand remained purely traditional and only believes in whoever it is that is rightfully chosen. About 30 minutes on-screen, the movie introduces Adioi, the son of the late king, whose mother strongly believe is the rightful one to be enthroned, especially since his father was unjustly murdered. Not much of Adioi's personality was uncovered except he has no desire to compete or succeed the throne. Despite all coercion from his friends and mother, he maintained the fact that all he wants is to be free to eat and roam around. His nonchalant attitude was further displayed when he came home joyfully during the coronation of the newly elected king, much to the displease of his mother. She further insisted that the elected king is just temporary and Adioi is the real king. The movie then continues switching between the nominee princes who failed to become the king, the retribution given to the deceitful chiefs who promised them the throne. Later on, the elected king was introduced, a wealthy man from Lagos. At first, he presented as a loving and caring king, but when paired with Chief Atun, he quickly turned, seeking to loot the treasures in the land to amass wealth for himself. The story leaves us hanging and wanting more as the elected king posed a problem, Adioi's mother insistency, and the ongoing turmoil in the kingdom and between the chiefs. The movie is rich in dialogue, humorous, and encompass great actors who delivered flawlessly, but of course, can a movie be without flaws? In the meantime, let's sit back and wait for the concluding part. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Help us grow it. It doesn't cost a dime. Bye.
tó o bá fẹ́ kí wọ́n kú lọ́tùnla ó sàn kẹ́mẹ́jì tó o bá wá fẹ́ kí wọ́n gbẹ̀mí mi lọ́la òde yìí ó sàn kẹ́márùn tó o bá wá fẹ́ kí wọ́n dọ̀la ó sàn kẹ́mẹ́wàá.
ìsàn kódà ìsùn ogún ọ̀kẹ́.
ọmọ ọba lòun ó sùn ogún ọ̀kẹ́.